Good day, everybody. My name is Yolanda Reese. You're watching my channel of Facilitated Light, Well-Being, Becoming Your Most True and Authentic Self. We're just going to do a quick little read for you today. Oh, my hair's doing its thing. We are almost home. If you follow my channel, I've been on vacation. It is the last day. I'll be going home to see my dog and my friends. I have a day or so to kind of recoup, unpack my van. Holy crowly, it's pretty full. So the blue full moon was last night. Energy's still going to be flowing around. These are timeless messages, so if they find you and pop up on your screen at a different time, they do follow along and they're prevalent. So it's a collective read, which means that all humans that are here, it's the energy that could be affecting you or could be presented in someone that directly affects you. So it could be you, like I said, or someone in your world frame that is going to have the same type of effect. In this reading, also collective readings are reciprocal, so it's you or somebody else. It's like either you're receiving it or you're giving it, okay? So if that helps to clarify. We have new cycles starting. This full moon is a culmination of what's been happening in this last new moon to this point. This is the halfway point. The moon was very beautiful, very bright last night. Like I said, I'm in Maryland. It is the morning right now. I just took my shower, had some food. The weather looks to be very nice right now. When I was traveling, there was a lot of like tumultuous weather. Like it kept clearing out for us to be in the daytime, but I think weather patterns and systems, I feel like the sun, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like the sun was blowing a lot of extra plasma off, which was screwing with the weather pattern. So, which in turn makes us a little tired. I watch a couple people on YouTube that read the Schumann Resonance. I don't read it, but I know it's got major effects. And right now, in the last day or so, working up to this moon, there's been like so much weight on the board that it's about receiving light. And if the sun is blowing off stuff, the earth is like counteracting it and responding to it. So it's like sending out all this healing white light. There's been a lot of release. Timeline shifts. There's been like solid lines where there's nothing on it. So that usually means that there's a timeline shift or things are like recalibrating, and when it's recalibrating, it kind of goes offline and then comes back, or you step into a new area. Remember, I'm just doing an overall, I haven't been able to do my readings as much with traveling. We're in a release time because this year is the progression that brings us into a new cycle, a new era, a new thing. It's not like a little chapter is changing. It's like we're moving into the full energy of air, which is releasing and free. Think of the air. The air is flowing, and it's all electricity and technology and movement, and like kind of like think of it's like you just release everything, and it's changing all the solidity of the earth energy, which is what we just came out of. Now the energy's still in there a little bit because remember, energy flows. This is how it moves. So you're going to have, this is the earth energy and this is the air energy. So it was kind of like doing this. And we were like right in here, probably within the last couple of years. But now we're moving into this section where it might trickle a little bit, but basically we're here. We're in the air energy. And it's going to change you as a person. And you're not even going to try. It's an influence. Kind of like when your kids are in an influence of something that's not really good for them, it changes them. If it's a good influence, it changes them for the better. If it's a bad influence, it can, get them into trouble. Kids, well, we're human. We are influenced. We are affected by the cosmos, by the stars, by the placement, where we are in the universe. And right now, we're in an era of 150 years, so maybe 145 now, of this air energy. But air is ruled by winter, change, kind of abrupt, hard to handle, end of the cycle change. So as much as it's releasing and it's freeing, while you're getting there, it's a little like, wow. Like it's just, it can be heavy, because if you're not releasing that stuff as it's trickling, because we've been compressing, we've talked about this on another one, push, and now you're at a point that it's just, the system's like, no, Lonnie, we don't want this no more. It's done. It needs to move on. And you're like, oh, but that's what comforts me, or that's what I hold on to, or they were bad to me. Okay, I get it, They were bad to you. Let it go. It's not saying, it's a forgiveness for you to release it so you can move forward. Not that what they did was okay. We talk about this. It's not okay what they did. And you have every right to be upset. It's that you don't want to hold that energy in your field. We have an auric field, science, not woo-woo. And it's been proven when we have stress and trauma, it gets stored in our muscles, in our joints, in our nervous system. I have been doing a nervous system reset. I don't have any classes. I can't make you happy. I can only give you options to choose to do something that's better for you. I can't make you better. I can't tell you anything or do anything that's going to poof you automatically better. But I can offer you suggestions. I offer you insight, things that I'm trying in my own world that might help you. I am choosing to be happy. You can choose to be happy. There are things in life that you're gonna have to just deal with, okay? Life isn't perfect. If it was perfect, we'd be little robots and we'd be, what's the purpose of living? Okay? You need to learn and grow. As your soul is in you, they are living life through you, and they're helping you, and they're seeing, feeling, and experiencing this physical 3D life. It'd be nice, we're moving into this, say, 5D, 4D. 4D is kind of like the in-between time until you jump into 5D. 5D is more about telecommunication, as in telepathic. You're understanding what other people are feeling. You are connecting at a soul string level. So when you do things, you automatically understand what you're doing to somebody. And as this changes, there's a group, like we said, that's going to be going into that higher timeline, and the other ones are going to stay lower. We're all going to kind of be in the same place, but we're kind of going to drift apart if they're going to stay in that lower frequency, and they can still pull you down. You're not guaranteed to be up here forever, you have to choose to look at life differently, to be present in your life differently, to let go of the things that are hurting, hindering, or just beating you up, getting your nervous system back. I've been on a reset. I took 3 weeks vacation, not because I just felt that it would be nice to go away for 3 weeks. I needed to calm and restart my nervous system. In my life, I share with you the things that happen. I have a symbiosis effect. If my nervous system is off, it totally screws with my endocrine system, which is your chemicals, it affects my menstrual cycles. When I get overstressed now, I'm super sensitive to stressors. Or if I get into fight or flight or something traumatic happens, I have to literally pull myself down. That's why I wear my bracelets. I don't wear them because I think they're going to protect me from all crazy stuff. They help me to regulate my system. Crystals are from Earth. They carry properties and energies. When you put them on, your energy, your heartbeat, your pulse that runs through you, the soul is the core of you. It's the electricity, and it turns them on. If you don't want them to be turned on, you can just wear them because they're pretty. But know that when you put them on, you're probably activating them or turning them on, because we are creatures that are made of electricity. We are heartbeats because we have special electromagnetic type of muscle it conducts electricity. That's why it goes beep, 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 beep. There's little nodes in your heart. I have one that likes to fire on its own because of stress. It beats because it's electrically being charged to do this. Okay, so all the crystals and the things aren't going to help you if you don't want them to help you. If you use them with intention, or you put it in, or you can program. Because the other thing too is that because people say, oh, they don't really work, you know, they're just rocks. Well, yeah, if you just think they're rocks, they're not going to do a damn thing for you. Your phone has a quartz crystal. Your phone receives messages. It's not just because of just the computer. Your crystal can be programmed and can collect the information. It's not just the electrical parts. It's the crystal that's in there. That's how it binds you. That's how a lot of things, there's things in stuff like silver and different minerals and properties that we have no idea as the public that's what's making it work. That's why certain metals and certain crystals and certain things and natural resources are so like sought after for the business and the industrial industry, because they know what it does and they know how it affects everything. All right, so I got all our stuff out of the way. What I want you to take from this is that you can live a very beautiful life, even in a crazy environment. You have to make the choice that you're not going to let things get to you in the same way. You choose to be happy. It is not anybody's place to make you happy. If they want to help you and they love you, that's great. It is not their job to make you happy. They cannot make you be happy. I mean, we can see that in the world. There are some miserable people out there. It's one step at a time. It's releasing what's been done to you. We talk about shadow work. Shadow work releases and helps you to deal with the traumas that happen in life. And sometimes it might not traumatize somebody else, but it freaking traumatizes you to the point that you just, it broke you down. Everybody is different, unique, grows, expands, heals, learns at a different rate. Thank God. That's what makes the world the world. You're a unique individual. So I want you to take this time. Woo! We're going to take those. While you are progressing, and see what you need to do to be a true, authentic version of you. All right, so your cards that just flew out, you've got the Page of Cups, falling in love with something, being enamored with something. That's that thing. Find that thing that lights you up. You shouldn't have to look too hard. This is the thing that you hope for, the thing that you dream about, the thing that you think, oh, it'd be so nice. Kind of like when you were a kid and you put those teen magazine things up of that person that you just thought was so handsome or so beautiful. And it was like, if I could just meet that person. That is the thing that you're wanting in love, or you're wanting a certain type of person. You always think rainbows are beautiful, or you like unicorns, or you're a crystal person, or you love to be out in nature and take walks. That is the thing that's probably calling you, and you want it. But the world and the powers that be, they block it. They don't want you to find happiness, because when you're happy, you're vibrating, you're vibrant, you're full of energy, you're like, woo, on cloud 9. And you know what happens when you're on cloud 9? You're vibrating at such a high pace and high frequency that you just think, wow, that'd be really cool. And the universe says, here you go. And you're like, wait, I just thought about it. And all of a sudden, all the things that you wanted just start coming into your life. The things you think about. So be careful. Don't go down those rabbit trails. That's what we call stinking thinking. But when you become happy, settled, peaceful, living, and that doesn't mean that you're not working, that you're not dealing with stress, it's that you are processing everything and putting it away, or not allowing it to get to you. Okay, fine, I'll deal with it. I'll pay the bill. Okay, maybe I have to work an extra day. Okay, I'll just suck it up. Maybe take some vitamin C. It's not allowing your reaction to trigger a response in your body. This is falling in love with something. This is being enamored, like, oh, I would just love to do that. That's the energy. So it's telling you, this is what's happening, but it's also quick energy. This stuff is coming in. The Eight of Wands is like quick. It's movement. It's things that are going to start moving. And we talked about this. It's a slow energy for the rest of this year. This is what I'm getting. I'm feeling it. Whatever you're working on, this is the pace it's working at. It is not fast. This could just mean things are coming in at you. You have a lot going on, or it's going to be a busy week, stuff of that nature. But setting the groundwork for the future, which is within the next year or so, is going to set the precedence of what you're going to be living probably for the next 15, 20 years. So it's important that you focus on what you really want in your life. It's not that it has to be perfect. It's that your focus is staying on what you want, not what you don't want, because the universe has no negations. If you are thinking on all the negative stuff, it's going to be like, oh, Lonnie wants the bills to be done, and Lonnie wants the car to break down, and Lonnie wants the house to burn out. You know, whatever you're thinking on, that is what manifestation is. So if you're thinking on good stuff, that's why in the churches and stuff like that, if you're a religious person, if you're praying and you're thinking and you're believing that God can do it, that's why it happens. If you are trusting and thinking, God, I need your protection and I believe you're going to help me, your prayers are kind of like manifestation. When you say, thank you, you're already thinking, because they say, always thank God for the things that he does. Yeah, because what you're doing is you're saying, I believe that you can do it. I deserve it. I think you're able and willing to do it. And I receive it willingly. And the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call him, is like, oh, okay. They think I can do it and they want it and they're ready to receive it. Okay, we're going to send it their way. And there you go. You start getting things. When you're reading about God and the good things he does and he fills your life and you get out of the stinking thinking, that's why that life can be very fulfilling, because you are connecting with the source of all things. Whether you call him God, source, divine, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. You're connecting to the higher power of the universe, the collective energy, the monad, the God that you are connecting to. You're connecting to the whole. And you are pulling in because you are ready to receive. Being a good person is not normal. You have to learn that, because most of the time when you come into this world, you are kind of in fight or flight. You are in survival mode. You haven't learned or connected to the divine that comes. Some people are. That's not normal. Usually you have to find God or spirituality and stuff like that because you don't understand. You're like an animal. You're trying to survive. You're a kid. You're hungry. You cry. Somebody takes your toy. You punch him in the face. You don't know. You're just like, dude, that's mine. It's all about me when you're little. And that's the base root chakra. It's your base grounding of feeling secure, feeling safe, feeling that you have all the things you need. And then as you move up the chakras, you have how you portray out, what you feel with your heart, then what you're saying with your throat, then what you're perceiving with your third eye, which is like telepathic, or really seeing things in a higher, or understanding people's body language and stuff. And then when you get to your top chakra, that's you receiving. Now, if you get any blockages, that's why it causes a problem, because as the messages come through, you're always receiving messages here. But if you're blocked anywhere, like trauma or something like that, it's going to go boop, it's going to get stuck, and then it's going to just keep like being stuck in there, and it's going to feel like there's a lot of energy, because the energy is supposed to flow down and flow back up. I receive it, and now I accept it and send it out. So that's the Reiki thing, opening up the chakras, opening up the energy portals, because all your energy flows through basically your spine, from your head down through. And that's where the Kundalini is. The Kundalini is the release of the pituitary things that come down. There's like an oil per se, and then if it can reach all the way up, which in normal life they try to do things to make you stressed out, it stops. It doesn't make it all the way back up. Or if you have blockages, you could have it release and you're in a good spot and something happens and it goes boop, and then it doesn't go up. That's why sometimes people say, like when they're dealing with cancer, they're dealing with awakenings, things like that, they've either had something traumatic, which is like blown everything up, or they have a tendency to have to go into nature or into a quiet place, and they have to release everything, because when you're getting cancers and you're getting illnesses and sicknesses, you have stress or blockages within your body, and the only way to release that is like to do the work, to do the shadow work, to go to the doctor, to go in the woods, to stand in the earth with your bare feet. Intuition is the other part of your reading. You're going to have messages coming in, or you need to listen to your gut instincts. So if your gut instincts are telling you something, you need to stay with it. And then you've got strength. You need to pull on the strength. You need to be the strength. So you've got something you're falling in love with. You've got some fast energy. The High Priestess is going to be bringing you messages or intuition toward things you're doing, you need to do. And then the strength to conquer. I feel like there's some stuff that you're going to fall in love with, or you're going to realize that you want. And it's going to take you a little bit of time and some strength to get through it, to find the happiness, to find the place you need to be. Guys, this is just a quick little message. When I get back, we're going to start doing those other horoscope readings for you, and then the collective ones, of course, and all the extra little special readings. So I hope this will help you to get on track. I hope everybody enjoyed that full moon last night. Release, release, release. Guys, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.